Women have to pretend to be weak and fragile so that men can feel superior.
Or is it just because you're a girl?
Such a nasty
Trust
woman.
fund. Man up.
Don't be a pussy.
Grow like a girl.
Girly girl or tomboy?
I will win your daughter.
It's not right for a woman to read.
You play ball like a girl!
I made that bitch famous.
Admit that I'm impressed by a woman.
Girl push-ups.
You ever heard of a boy in a dress?
Oh, Pam. It's a guy thing, Pam.
Every girl feels like a storybook princess when she shows off her trousseau. Delicate lingerie, lovely lips.
What we saw a lot of was the fact that, you know, females seem to, especially a long time ago, they wanted to, maybe go to college, maybe not go to college, but it seemed like the main goal was to find a husband and raise kids and stay at home.
When they advertised for secretaries, they specified good looking. It was not a good time for women in the workplace.
Let's see. The first black woman, okay, I just thought about this story, to become, I think, she's the first black woman to become a senator in New Jersey. So it's kind of a specific example. But her name was Winona Lippman. This is an amazing story about the fact that when they built the New Jersey State House, they did not even build women's restrooms. They just built men's restrooms. And so it was like men and then nothing. And so she had to use the men's restroom. And so then they'd post a guard out there, because she was the only woman in the whole building. And so they would post a guard out there every time she had to use the bathroom, right? Which is kind of, I guess it's kind of nice because she got the whole bathroom to herself, I suppose. But so I guess it's like special treatment. But it was just so weird that they didn't even build that in the building. That's how ingrained it was in people's minds. Oftentimes what will happen is the people, we in our minds subconsciously assess people based on how much they look like what we think a successful type of person looks like, right? So if I'm looking for next CEO of a company, I might, in my head, be thinking more of like a white male. Or if I'm thinking of like a successful basketball player, I'm thinking of a tall black male or something like that who has a certain look. And so women are so much fewer of those examples. And because there are few women examples, I think more people kind of subconsciously don't think of choosing women to be leaders.
Do women actually have the same kind of opportunities for senior leadership as men do? Do churches still think that authority looks more male than it looks female? Yes, I think there's no question about that. When I started my ministry in 1974, I was the only ordained woman in any denomination in the city of Dallas, Texas, which is a fairly large metropolitan area.
I would say when I look at all the companies that we call on, so let's say CEOs and executive directors, probably 10%, maybe 15% are women. I remember quite vaguely playing sports in grades, middle school, lower school, middle school, and high school. And if you weren't tough enough, or for some reason you were just off your game, I remember coaches basically would yell at you and say you're playing like a girl or playing like a sissy. Even your teammates may say that as well. And when you look back, it's just like, what does that really mean? That's just ridiculous.
Doing girl push-ups. Have you ever heard of that before? No.
Yes, I have heard that. Yes. Yeah.
It's just because we're girls and maybe some boys think that there's a difference between girls and boys.
From the beginning, we set an either-or path for our children, a one or another when it comes to clothes, toys, or actions. It either is or isn't okay to cry. You either play with Hot Wheels or you play with Barbies. We use gender as a way to construct our children's reality.
The social construct is what gives us our perception of what it is to be a boy or a girl in society. That is definitely environmental, right? And so, all the external influences, giving the boys a onesie with a truck on it, and giving the girl the little pink dress with a bow, giving the girl dolls to play with, giving the boy a football to play with. Those are all constructs that are placed on us by society, but that's separate from how we identify ourselves intellectually.
Do you think there's a difference between a girl toy and a boy toy?
Yes. Girls like to play with dolls. Dolls. Most boys like to play with like sports games and soccer and football.
She's gonna kill me because I always tell her stories, but that's okay. We were having a discussion last week about one of her best friends is a boy, and they've been really close friends, but this year he's trying to sort of figure out who he is, and he's struggling a little bit, and so he's trying to be a little bit cooler, and she keeps calling him out when he lies, and he's not really lying, I mean, he's lying, but he's trying to be cooler than he is, and he said, I can't remember the last time I cried in front of kind of the cool kids. And she was like, what are you talking about? You've cried like 3 times this school year. I was like, oh, God. And I tried to talk to her. It was a fine line of trying to explain to her how she's right. She should help him be himself. But at the same time, how in boy world, that is so damaging for him. And how he's texting her, please stop. Please don't tell people that. And so I'm trying to figure out how to help him, not have boys make fun of him, but also she wants to support him to be like, she's like, just be who you are. Who cares if people know you cry? Everyone cries. But so it's been a little interesting road with that a little bit. But crying, I think, is, it's like the kiss of death in 7th grade boy. I mean, it's like bad.
When someone can't lift a box or runs slowly or gets tired super fast, they say, oh, do it like a man or stop doing it like a girl or whatever. And that's to me. And some people, when someone says something like this, some people are like, oh, you're so sensitive or whatever. But I feel like it's still just, even though we may not mean it that way, it's kind of just the meaning behind it. If some girls are even stronger than guys. So to me, that stood out to me as something where people say, do it like a man, where you can do it like a girl too. You can never solve something fully at once. It's just step by step, and I think one of those steps is just for each person to change their mindset to put both men and women on the same level.
The great thing about language is that it's like the easiest part to break down. If this whole problem of gender issues, it's the easiest thing to fix because you just stop saying it, right? And so I think if people want to fix it, they just stop saying it, even though it's hard.
To be a girl means to be deserving and capable.
Be strong, to be determined,
Powerful and brave.
fierce.
To work hard. To be brave. Being a girl means being anything you want to be.
When the existing social and political order threatens the human rights of any Americans, it is the responsibility of all Americans to peacefully unite and protest in advocacy for equality. On January 21st, 2017, millions of men and women worldwide marched in solidarity with the Women's March on Washington. This massive demonstration came about because many Americans felt that the current state of politics has shown it is incapable of treating men and women as social, economic, and political equals. Some popular slogans found at the marches included, "Raise boys and girls the same," "A woman's place is in the House and Senate," and "The future is female." All of these sayings demonstrate widespread dissatisfaction with the gender roles perpetuated by our society and our politics. While the sheer magnitude of this movement brought great complexity and intersectionality to the cause, the greatest underlying motive was to protest the apparent separation of spheres in America in which women are often forced down a lesser path than their male counterparts.
And to all the little girls who are watching this, never doubt that you are valuable and powerful and deserving of every chance and opportunity in the world to pursue and achieve your own dreams.